Let's take a look at connection factories. There's two things that typically a Java application need in order to talk to a JMS server. In our case, is HornetQ. One is the connection factory that establishes the connectivity to the messaging system. The other one is the message destination, which is where do you want to send the message. So in the next section, we'll look at how to define those message destination queues and topics within EAP 6. Now we're going to focus on first the connection factory. First of all, getting connectivity. The connection factory, it actually wraps the connectors within EAP 6. So in the previous section, we talked about the NVM connector and the NEDI connector. Basically, we have a connection factory that actually wrap those and then expose this connection factory through JNDI to a Java EE applications. So as you can see here, part of the profiles messaging destination in the management console, you have two connection factory by default being defined. NVM connection factory associated with the JND name or JNDI name that allows the internal client to look up and then utilize this connection factory so that they actually get a hold of the NVM connector. And the remote connection factory, which is actually wraps the NEDI connector and expose it using the JNDI, using the special JNDI naming convention in part of Java EE 6, Java::JBoss exported. And by using that, it allows the external client to access this particular connection factory. So Java::JBoss exported, and then you can have any naming you can able to specify here. Here we call it JMS remote connection factory. So that's actually these connection factories. It allows application by use of JNDI get a hold of a connection factory. By getting hold of the connection factory, they can able to establish a connection or connectivity to the messaging system or HornetQ in EAP 6. So here's typically the settings here. As you can notice here, if it's an NVM connector, it actually NVM connection factory is actually using the NVM connector, and if I'm using the remote connection factory, is actually using the NEDI connector. Now if I take a look at in the configuration file, as you can see in the domain XML file, these two of them are defined under the JMS connection factories tag. Connection factory, the one connection factory definition, which is the NVM connection factory, using the connector NVM, using the JNDI name, part of the entries tag specifying the JNDI name Java::connection factory, and the other connection factories, as you notice here, remote connection factory, using the connector NEDI, and then using the Java::JBoss exported for external client to access this connection factory using the JNDI. So part of the JMS API typically get a hold of a connection factory, then they establish a connection object, and then they establish a session object. Then they produce, if it's a sending application, then actually establish a sender object, and then they place a message into by looking up a destination queue or topic, and then they're able to place a message. We will look at how to actually configure this queue and topics in the next section.